Hi everyone. Today we're going to be doing more learning with rules, tables, and graphs. Our learning target for today is I can graph data and read a graph and understand data. We've been doing a lot of work lately with rules, tables, and graphs, and today we're going to extend that a little bit into learning what happens when you are plotting more than one set of data on a graph, and what happens if the data doesn't start at 0 like it has been. So I have here Thomas and Holden, and the scenario is that Thomas and Holden are both investing money into their bank account. And Thomas starts with nothing in his bank account. Holden starts with $15. Okay? So every week Holden contributes or puts in $8 to his bank account. So I started the table off. Every week Thomas puts in $10 to his account. So can you see how this is working? And can you think of what a formula might be for each of these investors? So Thomas, he has the number of weeks times 10 because he puts in $10 every week. Holden is a little bit more complicated because he puts in $8 a week. So we can do the number of weeks times 8, but look here. At week 0, so when he starts, he has already $15. So we need to add that on. And the reason that we want to be able to write a formula is because let's say that this extends down to, I don't know, 37 weeks. Would we want to have to complete the whole table to get all the way down to 37 weeks? I don't think so. So having a formula can really help us here. So I'm writing Holden as the number of weeks times 8 plus 15. Now we can take and we can graph that data. And I'm going to fill out a little bit more of this table here. And I'm going to go ahead and plot the points. And when I have two different sets of data on the same graph, I want to make sure that they look different from each other. So I'm going to start off by plotting Thomas's points. So he earns $10 a week, so his is pretty easy, or he deposits $10 a week. So Thomas's is pretty easy to plot. So I'm going to plot the points, and then I always connect them with a straight edge. Okay, so I'm going to, in a second you're going to see the straight line. So you can see how I plotted the points and then I connected them with a straight edge. And I actually extended that line, so I don't have to plot all of the points, but using my straight edge and making sure it goes through all of the points, I can extend that line, and then I can use that to help me predict how much money he'll have in upcoming weeks. Now I need to plot Holden the same way. So I plotted all of Thomas's, and now I'm going to plot all of Holden's. And I'm going to use a different color. So he starts off in week 0. He already had $15 to start. So that's why I'm going to plot that point right here. Week 0, $15. And then he puts in $8 a week. So week 1, he goes from 15 to 23. Week 2, he goes up to 31. So this one is a little bit harder to plot. These are going to be a little bit more kind of estimates because, you know, you're in between numbers. Week 4 is at 47. And actually, I'm going to stop plotting there. And I'm going to go ahead and connect these points with a straight edge. We know that we don't have to plot every single point. I have enough that I can connect them with a straight edge and make a pretty good estimate of what his line will look like. Okay, so I made Holden's line in blue. And you can actually see that these two lines cross, which should make sense because ultimately Thomas is putting in more money than Holden is. So even though Holden kind of got a head start, Thomas is going to end up investing more in the long term. So you can see that just plotting those points and making sure that I connect and extend that line all the way to the end of the graph, we can get a better prediction of what is going to happen over time. Your quiz question for today is, using the formula that was given, how much money would Thomas have in the bank after 15 weeks? How much would Holden have? So you might have to rewind the video so that you can see what the rule was for Thomas and what the rule was for Holden. Thanks for watching and have a great night.